every year is a return of the roots, and it's a renewal. The leaves are coming back, the babies are being born, and the roots are coming back in July.
It's for the love of the Indian way, the powwows, the singing, and again, about seeing kids, and then same time giving honor to the veterans.
Many of the people, it brings tears to their eyes. They cry when they come back here.
One of the consequences of colonialism is that we became highly fractionated and factionalized. We want people to come here so that we can be together, because we're split.
Ever since I've been coming here, I don't even know how many years that I've been coming here, but I'd often heard about this place. I've learned a direct descendancy. My ancestors lived here.
They'd go down to lower lands, lower elevations, and down where it was warmer and lower elevations. And that's pretty much how they lived, was with the fish runs, the roots, the berries.
In the wintertime, they didn't stay in the mountains. So when it was hot down here, they were in the mountains. Even today, that's what we do.
That's environment. That's how this area can talk to you in so many different ways. It's the water, it's the thunder, it's the lightning. I think that's my best memory of being here, is that.
It's a big thing. Like I say, when you come across, you're happy to see the tops of the mountains. And you get a little sad when I leave. There's times I feel like I'm leaving someone behind. That happens every time I leave. Yeah, it is a big thing for me to be here, to come here, to be a part of here, just to allow myself to step onto this land once again, to allow my voice to be heard, and know that my ancestors, hear me.
This is our home forever. So when we use our languages and sing our songs and pray our prayers, we do that not only to benefit ourselves, but everyone and everything that lives here, because in our law, we're related to all of the plants and all of the animals, and the water gives life to us as well as the air. And we have to take care of all of that if we're going to live by our traditional law. In addition to that, our law doesn't say take care only of Indians. It says take care of each other. This event started in 1991, but the planning years started in the 1980s when Earl Taz Connor, my mother's youngest brother, was working up here for the U.S. Forest Service.
They called him Razzmatazz because he was really a boogie-woogieer in his day, and a lot of people loved to be around him.
He was the guy that kind of was worried about this land and about being here and our families.
I knew Taz for many years, and I knew that his family was part Nez Perce out of Umatilla. We played sports together, and we knew one another for quite a few years. When this idea of the homeland came up, he was the one that came to Nespelem to kind of generate interest.
We had several meetings in the spring of 1990. That was a long time ago, about 30 years ago, but it was a group of local people.
We had thousands of ideas, and we had to sit for I don't know how many meetings trying to figure out a priority list. What do we want to do first? What can we afford to do?
The only thing that we had going at the time in Wallowa was the 4th of July celebration, and then we'd watch all the tourists go to Enterprise, go to Joseph for things that were happening up there, and we were wanting to promote something in Wallowa, and we threw around some ideas.
Taz was invited to come here because they wanted economic development in the town, but that was not the objective of the core group of people that started it.
If that happened as a side byproduct that benefited the county, that would be great. But the goal was to have a homecoming opportunity for all of us. And for the first year, we were in the Wallowa High School gym.
Taz told us how a powwow ran, what we needed to do to make it go. And the only thing that we could hope, that more drummers, the better drummers we could get, the more dancers we could get.
I was a senior in high school. I was 18 years old when the first celebration was held here. It was pretty small at first. When I first started, Taz was, I don't know if you'd call him a foreman or a boss, but when the project first started, we provided teepee poles for the whole encampment. And he would be the guy that would be, okay, that's good, that's not good, kind of the quality control. You wanted to work for the guy.
Because he was in the military, when he was in the Navy, he told me that he became what they call a troubleshooter. So when a ship was having trouble with their personnel department, he would get sent to that ship to do time. And so he was kind of efficient in paperwork, and he could communicate well.
After that very first event, one of the things that was important to Taz Connor was meetings. We started having meetings once a week, and then pretty soon we were having meetings every night. So we were pretty well organized by the boss.
You know, we just had a lot of people that got involved. And, you know, bit by bit, we finally became somewhat successful.
We started out at the school. It was very small. We didn't even know what was going to happen. And then we moved down to the pasture on the highway, and it developed more from there. If you see a pole in the trees over there, that's where the original arbor was here. Taz had this idea to get these parachutes, and he had this whole idea about how to hook them up to the center pole.
And then we just decided to, whatever size the parachute was, that's what we were going to build the arbor to that.
We didn't know whether the parachute was going to stay, whether it was going to blow away.
There is a flowing river underneath the ground here. I had a tree that we put in the center to raise the cover, and it rotted off at the ground and fell over on a Friday just before the powwow started.
The natives have a real way of just putting things together and making it work.
They were able to open it, hollow it out, put a centerpiece of metal in there, fill it up with concrete, and then cover it with the hollowed out area of the tree again, so it looks like a regular log.
It's amazing just to see the transformation.
I'm always afraid with annual events that if you cancel it, you can't pick up that same fervor and or the people will quit coming. But I don't believe that with this, not one bit. I think we're all hungry for it to happen and hungry to see each other.
The aspect of Tamkaliks being a reunion, it's a kind of a family reunion event. There are families dancing out there, that this is the time that, the family from Umatilla and the cousins from Lapway are going to be camped out together for a weekend in Wallowa.
I was always with Tamkaliks, being part of the family. That's what they do for me. They give me life. They gave me a beautiful life to enjoy. If they weren't there, what would I have? All of the grandchildren do something for me. They'll come up and the boys were dancing, and one of my grandsons won last night. And I was so happy. I thought, oh boy.
Our Friendship Feast, which is the Sunday of our 3-day event up here at Tamkaliks, involves the cooking of salmon and buffalo and elk, which is being cooked over in our longhouse kitchen right now. This is being cooked by a host of volunteers here from the county and myself, and it brings an importance to our table here, celebrating the natural food of the area. Both the salmon first, usually in succession in the table. Other people from outside the community have enjoyed this celebration as well. And I think this year's return to it full-fledgedly has got a great turnout.
Taz, he struck up a friendship with the local folks around here, and just happened to be Jason's father, Terry Crenshaw. He was teaching at the local high school here.
Dad took a real interest in it because of the local history. He just really got excited about Taz's vision for what this project could be.
He and Taz were very good friends. We used to go golfing. We'd have the golf tournament between the white guys and the Indians, and so we had a lot of fun together. We'd get together and just enjoy each other's company. And Taz passed in October, and my husband passed in the following April.
He's been gone about 20 years now, so he hasn't seen what it's become, but he would be very excited about it.
Their spirits were really strong, and they still are.
I've got some friends, Nils and Martine Kraft of Norway, and they came and they performed. She performed with her Hardanger fiddle, and he performed with his acoustic guitar. They came back again, and I performed with them and collaborated with them.
We had a lot of inquiries from pretty much around the world.
We've made so many good friends, meeting Sarah, Angela, all of the people that work here and work on the behalf of the native people. That's really cool. We've met some people that came from like France, came here and visited this celebration.
Our mission is the way we work together, and that spirit of service that comes from board members and from local volunteers and from volunteers who travel in for specific events like Tamkaliks. It's really this huge contribution of volunteer time and energy, and that's and it's together. It's a coalition.
As grandparents now, we have an obligation to our young people that they don't forget this place. I talk about the old people all the time. They understood what their responsibilities were, not only to themselves, but to their families. That's what I'm hoping, is that the young people will take this seriously, the language, the songs, the gathering. So that's a process in itself, is getting everybody to be on the same page, cooperative agreement that, hey, yeah, we want you to come back and gather. Come back and gather.
really grateful to Taz that, that he had this idea along with his friends to create this Tamkaliks celebration. I think he'd be nodding his head in approval, and he'd be gladly greeting a lot of the grandkids, and just be filled with pride and joy with seeing them dance.
To have our people come back in here, to be a part of this land, to dance on the land of our old people. Let our voices be heard. When they sing, they'll hear us, and they'll know that we're okay.
Taminwa means always. Na subsequenta, we're to always teach or share. Nami Yanashma, our children. Kupashukwasta, so they will know Nami Tananawit, our Indian way.
Coming back to me was a very special. And this was a surprise. It was beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Kasi yaw yaw. Kasi yaw yaw.